welcome back to my channel. If you've been here before, you know that I am absolutely obsessed with Alamar cosmetics, and today I have their new La Coleccion, the Spanglish palette, the brushes, the Primero primer, and I also even have the earrings. If you're interested in any of the Alamar cosmetics things, how they look, how they work, please keep on watching. If you're new around here, welcome. My name is Jackie. I'm so glad you're here. Please don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified every time I upload a new video, or as often as you like to be reminded about my videos. My videos are here for whenever you guys want to come back and watch them. And yeah, let's get into it. Okay guys, let's get into La Coleccion. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is, of course, the Primero primer, and I'm going to go ahead and show you the unicorn up close so that you guys could see it. Mine did get a little bit out of shape, so you know, it's okay, we'll survive. So this is the unicorn for the Primero primer. It is almost like a soft touch, but not. It's matte, purple lavender with a little bit of gold raised detail on the lettering. When you pop it open, you can see here we still have some of that gold lettering right on the little tube. It is a little squeezy tube of primer. Up next, we do have the brushes. This is what they come packaged like, and then out of the package they look like this. You have a small blender brush, and this one's called Detailed Diffuser Brush, and then you have a kind of like flat but fluffy crease contour brush. So you could use this to cut a crease, you can use it to prime your eyes, you can use it to get a little more detailed into your crease. It is a different brush, but it does have many uses. And then lastly, you have a pigment pack brush, and this is basically used like the little flat brushes you can use to pack on pigment, and also you can blend the bottom waterline if you wanted to with this. As you can see here, all three brushes have a gold chrome handle, and they're nice and sturdy, just like their face brushes. Their face brushes are like coppery, but they are very good quality. I absolutely love these so much. Now getting into the actual palette, you have again a matte finish with a little bit of that gold foil and a little bit of raised texture. It's super cute with the earrings. I did get the earrings. I will show you in a minute. So the front looks like this, and then once you spin it around, you can see here it has a little bit of detail at the top, and then it goes into these little two icons, I guess you could call them, and these show you which ones to use best dry and which ones to use best wet. And then you have your ingredients list. You guys, my husband just got home with a little helado for me. Oh my gosh. Okay, I did want to point out in the back of the box, it does say eyeshadows and pressed pigments. This is advertised as a pressed pigment palette. Maybe I missed it on the website if it says eyeshadow and pressed pigment, but even on the palette it says pressed pigment palette. And the reason that I'm pointing it out is because there's more shadows than pressed pigments, which I don't care, but I'm just saying if you're purchasing just because it's a pigment palette, keep that in mind. Moving on, the inside of the palette looks like this. It has the little earrings on here as well, and then it just has like the repeated Spanglish in the back. I love just like the gold and the purple and the mattness. I absolutely love it. So the inside of the palette looks like this. You have a mirror, and then you have your shadows and pressed pigments. So it does tell you right here, right before every shade name, if you should use it wet or dry or how it performs better. Obviously it's makeup, do whatever you like. Okay, so starting from here on, we have Ponte Hyper, Muy Excited, Ha Ha Ha, and I Get Cute. These are all the matte shades in the palette. They are super bright. There's no primer on my hand or anything like that. This is considered a pressed pigment, and it's still very bright. Okay, you guys, these shimmers, oh my gosh. Okay, so this one right here is the shade Guao. This is the shade Tiene Swing, Eres un Show, and Pero Like. I will say this one, Wow, and the shade Tiene Swing, those look like duochromes to me. They have a little bit of a different sheen here and there, but oh my god, they're all to die for. Okay, you guys, last product that I got. This is from a different company, but it is kind of like a collaboration with Alamar Cosmetics. These are the earrings that XoXo made. I believe that's how you say it. And if you see right here, it's the cute little earrings that are on the box. How cute is that? I think it's so cute. So I did get the earrings from them as well. Again, these are sold at a different company. I will leave the link down below if they're still available. Okay guys, I brought you in just a little closer. I'm gonna put a little bit of the Pero primer. I'm gonna go ahead and put it right on my eyelid here. Kind of just spread it out. And I'm gonna go in with my brush. So I do want to tell you guys a little bit about this primer and the different things you can do with it. Obviously, you can prime your eyes, but you can also go in and cut your crease with this. You can use this to help you make kind of like a graphic eyeliner. You know what I mean? If you use like a smaller brush, you can come in here and put the little detail, and it's gonna hold on to the shades. And I also want to mention, it does feel a little like grippy. Like if anybody has ever used the Hydro Grip primer, it feels kind of like that. Like it feels like it's gonna hold on to your shadow, honestly maybe even glitter. Like it feels like it's gonna hold. Okay guys, so I did grab my other Alamar brushes to use them along with the ones that are new, and I don't know, I think I'm just not gonna think about it so much, and I'm just gonna get into it, because if not, I feel like I'm gonna be here thinking about what I want to do. So I'm going in with the shade I Get Cute, and I do want to mention a little bit of the backstory about this shade, which I think is so cute. Gabby named this shade after Mila, which Mila is, if you guys know Kathleen Light's, I'm sure you guys do, Kathleen Light's niece, and I thought it was so cute because she was saying that Mila, since forever, she's been saying, I get cute, when she sees something that she likes, and I'm just like, I cannot imagine my little daughter walking around saying, I get cute to things. Like, how cute is that? Just to help me diffuse it a little better, I'm going to go in with my little detailed diffuser brush. Okay, so now that I have that on, I'm just going to go ahead and clean up, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut the crease. I was starting to cut my crease, and then I figured, no, let me clean it up just a little bit. Okay, so once I have my crease cut, I'm just going to go back in with the Primero primer, and I'm just going to take the crease control brush, and I'm just going to basically load it up with the primer, and we're just going to come in here and cut the crease. I will say this does it a lot faster, this little brush. Okay guys, so now I have my creases cut. So now I'm going to take the Pigment Packer brush, and we're going to go into the shade Guao, and I'm just going to load it up on my brush, just like that. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to start packing that shade on. This shade is so beautiful. Okay guys, so then once I have that on a little bit, I'm going to go into the shade Pero Like, and I'm just taking another Pigment Packer brush, and I'm loading it up. And I'm going to kind of blend it into the center here a little bit. And then kind of go back and forth until it's diffused nicely in between the two shades. You guys, these foils are literally everything. And then I'm just gonna fill in the rest with Guao. And that's basically kind of like a little halo-ish moment. Okay, so now just to see if there's a difference, I'm going to use the orange on this side, which is Pero Like, but I'm going to spritz it this time, and let's see if we can see a difference spritz, because these are pretty bright by themselves. I will say I feel like you do get less fallout when you spritz them, but I feel like these are very bright. So we're gonna come in here. Can you guys see the difference? I feel like you can see a little bit brighter. Let's try the purple, the Guao shade. Can you guys see more of a punch? So these aren't wet and these are. I feel like you could see subtle differences. It's a little hard to tell because of the shimmers, the lighting, but I mean, wetting these ain't gonna hurt nobody. So let me spritz this again. Okay, you guys, so I went ahead and I cleaned that up, and I love this. I want to put more shadows on my eyes. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna put the rest of my makeup on, and then I'll be back so we can do a little something at the bottom. I don't know if we'll do anything special. I'm obsessed, I'm excited, the palette makes me happy. I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, so I'm back. I got most of the rest of my makeup on. I will explain what's on my face at the end. For now, we're gonna go ahead and do the bottom waterline. So I'm just gonna go in to the same shades basically as like the very top. So I'm going into I Get Cute. And I basically just really want to diffuse this. So once I have that nice and diffused, we're actually going to go into Ponte Hyper, and I'm just taking on the same brush. And I'm just going to take the little detail diffuser brush, and I'm going to go ahead and help that blend. So into the waterline, I'm going to take the flat little detailer brush, and I'm going to go into Tiene Swing, and I'm just going to load it on. I'm going to kind of stamp it on my eye, like the waterline, kind of like an eyeliner. Now I'm going to go ahead and go into Reina Caribe Volume 1, and I'm going to use El Malecon, and that's going to be my brow bone highlight. I'm actually going into El Malecon and La Costa. For my inner corner highlight, I'm going into Eres un Show, and I'm going to just take my setting spray, I'm going to wet it, and I'm going to try to really get it in here, into the inner corner. Okay, you guys, so you guys saw the look up close. I hope that you guys like it. Anyway, getting into the Spanglish palette, you guys, oh my gosh, what could I even say? What could I say? I'm obsessed. These four on the top, which are the shimmery shades, they really don't need to be wet. I feel like there's a slight difference, but they are just already so bright and so pigmented. I can only speak for these three. This one I did not wet. I just put it as like eyeliner on the bottom waterline. The mattes, they are amazing. They are blendable. Ugh, I live. Get the palette. Okay, guys. We're moving on to the brushes. I just quickly want to say I'm sorry. I'm trying to get through this. I keep going orange. So the brushes, you guys, there is only 3 per pack, but clearly I used two of the packs. This might be my new cut crease brush. I don't know. We'll get into the primer in just a second. This little blender, I was like, oh, okay, I don't know. It's like kind of really small. We'll see. I actually liked it. It was just like, you know, going in here and being like nitpicky. Like, I don't know. I guess you don't need it if you already have a blending brush, but it was just nice to have that like small one to get in here and not take the color so far up. This one right here, loved it, packed on the shadows, actually surprisingly very well. I was a little worried because it is like pinched, but it's still a little fluffy. I would say I love the way it blended as well. Loved that. So the brushes are a yay. The palette is a yay. The Primero primer. Okay, these are my thoughts. Not that I don't like it. I think that it's great for like shimmers or something like that. As for the mattes, I don't know if maybe I put on too much or too little bit, but I feel like it does kind of like make your brush drag a little bit. It's not that you can't work with it. You guys saw I did it, it blended, it's fine. It just, maybe because of the stickiness, it feels different when you're blending. Like I said, I was able to blend it out. I didn't have to go in there like super hard or anything. It just feels like it's tugging a little bit. But I will say your shadows, your pigments, your possibly even glitter is gonna stick on with this. I like the little sticky layer that it leaves. So for that reason, it's not that I don't like it. It's just simply that I would more so recommend it for like, you know, the shimmers or something that needs to really be held down. For highlight, I went in with La Costa and El Malecon. That's the highlight that I have on my face. I just wanted to let you guys know so it makes sense for like the highlight and stuff. And for my lip, I just put Coqueta lip liner, Dulce lip liner right in the center. And lastly, you guys, the earrings. They're really cute. I love them. I wish that they would make them in different sizes. Like, this is perfect for me for like a bun or a ponytail or something like that. But if I was to just leave my hair straight or down, I feel like you would barely be able to see them. But they're cute. I love them. I love this style of earring. I think it's like super classic, super 90s, probably 80s. I don't even know. When people start throwing years out there, I'm like, I was born in 91, that's all I know. Anyway, you guys, let me know down below, did you purchase any of the items? Did you love the primer? Did you have a different experience with the primer? What about the palette? Did you see any difference when you spritzed the shadows? Let us know down below your thoughts. Anyway, you guys, that is going to be it from me. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you guys in my next one. Adios!